back to the PG Pod. I'm Adam Squire.
And I'm Jacob White.
Today we're here joined by Varsity Academy Varsity White player Takeem Williams. So Takeem, we're here to ask you some questions today, get to know you. So Takeem, I wanted to start off asking about how you just got into basketball when you were younger.
Well, my dad always played, and I was always around there growing up. So sooner or later, I guess he guessed that I was gonna, get into it. But I got into it pretty late, around like maybe 8th grade, 7th grade. But back home, I did a lot of sports like swimming. What else did I do? I ran, and a lot of like track and field, long jump.
So I heard you talk about like back home a little bit. Can you give me a little just a little summary of how it was living back at home in Turks and Caicos?
Well, going back in the islands, I'm surrounded by water. Everywhere I go, I swam a lot. I loved it, but if I knew I wanted to come here and become a basketball player, I know I had to sacrifice some of that to come here and, get better and try to be the best person I could be and, try and get to my dream.
So Takeem, I know you guys had a pretty good season with Varsity White. What is your how is it like playing under Coach Brandon Boyle, and how's he helped you?
Well, Coach Brandon he's a very good guy. He always encourages us, and then through all the ups and downs, we had a losing streak in the middle of the season. He kept our heads high, and he just kept us moving. Never shouted at anyone specifically. Just try to keep it as a team, keep it in the team, and keep on just moving forward.
I like that. A lot. What's your favorite thing about the Varsity Academy CBD?
I like that practice is during the school day instead of just after school. And on top of that, I got to take less classes, so it's less school too.
So do you have any favorite memories that stuck out at Montverde or just during this season?
During the season, I think one of my favorite memories was probably just our first win as a team. Our first game was a hard loss to the highest team in varsity and varsity goals. So that first win of the season meant a lot to us, and we were the underdogs going into that. So I think that was one of my fondest memories there. And then in Borden in general, this year and last year's Night for the Cure was really fun for me.
So you mentioned that game y'all played the first one in the beginning of the year. Do you feel like that was your most memorable game this season, by far? Or do you think
team or individual?
As a team?
Nah. One of my most memorable games was our playoff game against the Rock. Even though we lost, it was a really close game through and through. We were at their home gym all the way in Gainesville. Only lost by 1 point that game. There's a sad bus ride back, but I know we left that gym with all that we had. So I think coach liked that. So it's on to next year trying to go for the goal.
So Takeem, I know you still have some high school games left, but what is your future in basketball? Do you want to play college, pro? Or do you have any goals with basketball?
Well, basketball is just I'm trying to go step by step. First college, then see where college takes me. But yeah, I would just love to play college basketball. Just keep on being involved with basketball in general.
So Takeem, how would you describe your game, your play style and stuff, your strengths?
I would describe my game as being able to go to the basket, getting my teammates open, handling the ball as a point guard on the team, and just, being another coach on the court and just directing where everyone's supposed to go, running the right plays, and just helping coach out where he needs the help. And I'll say that's really it.
And I got one last question for you, Takeem. What are you going to do this offseason that you feel like that might take your game to the next level?
The only thing I really can do is just train some more. Just got to train a lot. As soon as summer hits, hopefully I can just get in the gym as much as I can and just get better on my weaknesses,
Like that. Well, I want to thank you for coming out, Takeem. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on the show, and we'll see you guys next week.